Hey guys, me again. So I thought I would film an audio about the situations where I would not necessarily recommend spell work. And before I start, I will just say that obviously these are gonna be normal situations or situations that are acceptable for spell work, and clearly there are other stuff that I would never agree to work on, and those are like people who want to dominate their person, people who want to create a slave, people who want to force their person to do something, people who basically don't have good intentions, and people that I would recommend a therapist uh, or a psychiatrist, and not a spellcaster too, because these people have serious issues and they should be working on those and not trying to create slaves. But I'm not gonna talk about this type of absurd requests here, but just like you know normal stuff. So I just wanted to kind of point out the obvious. I also will say that obviously somebody who wants hexes, curses, I don't do those things. I don't personally recommend you doing them, but to each their own. I will not moralize or give you any. Um, you know, I will not I will never, when somebody asks for that, I will never say, "Oh, that's wrong. Don't do that." I will just say, "Hey, yeah, I just don't perform those," and that's that, because it's not up to me to decide what this person wants to do, right? But I will tell you that one of the reasons why I don't recommend them, and are obviously the obvious reasons why I don't recommend anybody hexing or cursing someone, because it's not nice. It's just not okay, and it's not good for your vibration at all, obviously. But one of the reasons is also that mostly people, when they want to hex or curse somebody, they are really angry and they are hurt and they are reacting from that wound. So it's like this reaction in the moment that is happening because you're hurt. You got your feelings hurt, and you want to kind of punish the person because you want them to also be hurt because they hurt you. And the thing is that later on, once it all kind of settles in, and this reaction passes, you're gonna be sorry about it. Like, a lot of people will be sorry about it and gonna be like, "Oh, what have I done? This was just not okay." And yes, basically I'm just trying to save you from that. But like I said, I'm not gonna get involved into any moralizing here, because that is not what I want to do. Anyways, like I said, we're gonna talk about some situations where I would not necessarily recommend spell work. And usually these situations will be the situations when there has been a lot of time has passed since the breakup, like years have passed, and you are not in contact with the person, or you're even blocked. So if there's been years and you're still in contact, you're still on good terms, then, depending on the situation, it can be workable. But if you have been blocked for years, like 2+ years or something, and you know, in those situations, the thing is that yes, they could work, but they would take a long time and a lot of spells. So it would be a dedication, and they might not work. There's a big chance that they would not work, and you would have to dedicate a lot of time, and you would have to invest in these spells. And you know, I would always tell you, hey, think about if this person is that important to you. Take some time and really think this through. I mean, I always recommend people to take some time if it's something like really hard and difficult, because if the chances are low, I think you should really think about it, because it would be time consuming, and I don't want anybody uh, to spend so much time on something that probably would not work. So, in situations like those, I do recommend a reading first. Again, readings are optional because they're charged extra, obviously. It's a separate thing from spell work. And this is why they're optional. Nobody needs to get them because you need to pay for them. But in situations that are like that, I do recommend them because I want to check if there's even a chance, if this person is still thinking about you, if this person still has some feelings, if there's something that we can hope for, basically. And then after a reading, I just give my estimate, and then you can decide whether you want to go through it or not. And I do always respect your decision, obviously, and whatever it is, I don't, again, get too much involved because it's up to you. Another situation where I will not recommend spell work is when your person is in a long-term and happy relationship with somebody else, but you are blocked and there's no contact between you. So clearly, if your person is with somebody else, it does not mean that they still don't have feelings for you and that you don't have a chance. So that is not what I'm trying to say. We had a bunch of third party, whatever you want to call them, situations that have worked out perfectly, and it's not even always that hard. So what I'm saying is, if they're like truly happy with somebody else, and they just don't want anything to do with you, they're not talking to you, they're blocked you, and they're just like in this connection. So in that situation, again, I would recommend a reading just to see if it's truly a happy relationship, if it's going somewhere, if there is like a chance that they might break up, if there's a chance that you two might reconnect somehow, what their feelings and thoughts about you are. Again, a reading is something that I definitely would need to do and then decide. But if it turns out that this person is truly happy in love and plans to stay with that person, has no interest for you, has moved on, and just simply doesn't have any feelings towards you, does not plan to unblock you, whatever it is, right, depending on the situation, then I would say let's respect this beautiful connection they have at the moment. And not just because, we should respect it, but also because the chances for it to work are really minimal. They are really, really small. So those would kind of be the situations where I would not necessarily recommend spell work, but I would recommend a reading just to see if there is truly no chance, what's really going on, because we can't really know what's in somebody's head until we check their energy in a reading. But yeah, so keep that in mind. Obviously, if you have a really difficult situation and you come to me, I will inform you about it. I will tell you that it's going to be extremely hard. I will be fully honest, and I will, recommend a reading if I think it's needed. So you don't need to worry, because I will just do my part and inform you of everything. But just for those people that are curious about it. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope this was helpful again. Love you. Bye.